Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Briggs, and the shortest sentence in the English language is go. Alright, so happy Monday. We're going to get started here with actual Unit 2, and we're going to be talking about rigid motions. Rigid motions are transformations that keep the size and shape of an object. So let's get some highlighting going on here. If you want to follow along with me, getting your highlighter ready. So it keeps the size and the shape. So something like a dilation that makes it bigger or smaller would not be a rigid motion. So the first one that we're going to talk about here is the translation, which is otherwise known as the slide. When we're dealing with these things, as I talked about in my class, every triangle is not just being slid. It's not you're taking the triangle and sliding it. You're taking every specific point in that triangle. You're taking the regular points that are the vertices, F, E, D here, and translating this point to become this point, translating this point to become this point, but you're also translating every single point along this line that same translation, which, as we can see here, is right 5, up 1. But we're going to get into that notation shortly. Some other things here. The pre-image segments are parallel to the image segments. So we might be dealing with some rotations that look like they've been translations, but if you'll notice, this side, which gets mapped onto this side, are parallel. We can tell because their slopes are the same. They are both going up 4 over 2, up 4 over 2. So those slopes are the same, therefore we know that a translation could have occurred. The other thing is that you must state the direction and distance that your figure moves. So the way that we do that is by saying the x-coordinate first, how far it moved in the x direction, and then by stating the y direction. So in this case, we had our figure move 5 to the right, so that's plus 5 in the x direction, and then up 1, so plus 1 in the y direction. If it was moving left, that would be negative. If it was moving down, that would be negative. Basic things from a coordinate, same order as if you were to write the point, 3, 2. X direction first, y direction second. The other thing is orientation is maintained. Maintained. So this triangle is called FED. This triangle is called F prime, E prime, D prime. And again, these primes mean that they came second. So this is the pre-image, and this is the image. It moved 5 right, up 1. And then you can pause the video and take a look at all the different ways that we have for this notation. We could say that there were 5 units added in the x direction, 1 added in the y direction, our original, our pre-image, and our image. We could just say the coordinates. We could say with a little ray here, or we could give a point that's mapping onto another point. So E is being mapped onto E prime. All of these things mean the same thing, and you do need a capital T. So those are the notes on translations. We're going to be moving on to the next transformation, so look out for that.